It's not Friday.
It's not Friday, but as they say in the entertainment world, coming up on the next Coffee with Vic, we got a bunch of cool stuff we're going to talk about, and we want to hear what you want to talk about. So on this page, just leave some comments on, we did this once before, we want to get a whole bunch.
Yeah, so we're putting this video out today, letting you know that we will be doing Coffee with Vic this upcoming Friday.
9 a.m. Central Time.
While Vic and I can talk all day long about just about any topic, we want to know what you guys would like us to discuss.
Exactly right.
Ask Vic a question, call out a topic. We will come back to this video during the broadcast.
And pick out topics from there. That's perfect.
Topics.
Yeah,
We'll probably
yeah.
cover most of them. So
Exactly right.
Comment.
And by the way, we appreciate everybody who watched last Friday. That was a bunch of fun. We got a bunch of great comments about the video and about the show. And we have decided that every Friday at 9 a.m. Central, as Jen said, because we have people listening from different time zones.
Oh, yeah, you got to say Central.
Central, 9 a.m. Central. So we'll talk about coffee, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. What were some of the things that came up last time? I know there was binge-worthy shows. We can talk about Jen picked up Money Heist finally.
I started Money Heist.
And?
I'm only half paying attention to it, so don't worry. I will not be spoiling anything.
Well, clearly, if you're not paying attention. Yeah, I'm watching the show Money Heist. What happens? Well, when I paint like this and it smears, I can't...
I'm simultaneously trying to paint my office.
Oh,
And
painting
so
the walls.
It's in the other room.
Start again. Go back and start again when the end unfolds into a spectrum of colors.
Don't give that away. I don't know if you guys knew that, but the Netflix end unfolds into a spectrum of colors. And you will find out more. I'm going to tell you the whole story about how I cannot use my Apple TV and why the Netflix end unfolds into a spectrum of colors.
I hate to sound like the total unnerd, no idea what you're talking about. What exactly is an Apple TV? Is it a TV you go to the store and buy, or is it something you watch on your...
You have your TV, which is basically a monitor. And you used to be able to plug cable into it, but now nobody does that. So Apple TV is like this little extra box that plugs into the HDMI like you would plug
so it's
in.
not the TV.
It's a hub, and on it is a bunch of things, and the only person who's given me access to anything is I have a friend's Netflix account. So I logged into that, and so I can actually use the iPad remote control that they've came up with, which is the worst remote control ever. There's like one button on it. It makes it... Anyway, I have issues. So I think you could get YouTube and HBO and
Netflix,
all of the
obviously.
Hulu and all those other services.
Right. So either with the Fire Stick?
It's different than a Fire Stick. It's the same, but it's not the Fire Stick.
We have a Fire Stick.
Yeah, I had a Fire Stick. Guess what happened to it?
The dog ate it?
Yep. How did you know?
Because you told me that one of his tricks is eating remotes, is one of the things you said.
He loves circuit boards. He's a geek at heart.
How is Rex?
He's oh my God, today, so I have this unicorn mascot costume that I scored at Walmart once for 50% off, but you can't walk by that and not buy it.
Of course.
So
I like my wife, jeez.
It's shoved in the closet, and somehow, I guess he just loves the thing. It used to be his car bed when we would travel, and I had to bring the mascot with me. Long story. So he has pulled it out of the closet, and I know this because I have the cameras, right? And he's just been napping, curled up in the unicorn all day, just like a little angel.
That's great. That's great.
He's doing great.
Eating a remote for snacks.
We'll find out what he's destroyed. He's actually, I think, at work sites they have that countdown to how many days.
Yeah, since an accident.
Since an incident. Yeah, we need to start one of those at home because he's actually getting...
You're always at zero, though. With Days since an accident? No, we're still at zero. All right. So we'll talk about Jen's Netflix adventure, we'll call it, because I didn't know that feature that you're going to talk about Friday even existed.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that. And, whatever it is you want to talk about in the comment section, if you want to do that right now, you can do that right now, or whenever you want. This will go right up after we do it.
Yep.
And people can...
It's up there now, so if we were looking, maybe we'd be getting comments.
I am looking, and I don't see anything.
But we'll let it sit out there for a while. We have a huge announcement to make.
Yes, we do. How do we tease this? Let's see. For many years, on the radio in St. Louis, there was a show that was on the radio that happened at noon every weekday, and we're going to revive that a little bit. with a little different slant, of course. And we also want to hear from emerging artists, musical artists. So we
That's
can
right.
focus on your music. We can showcase it, show people how good you are and how great your songs are.
Yeah, so stay tuned about how to send us your MP4s or MP3s. We have the technology here to re-air these songs during our broadcast
We have the technology
in a world
in the world.
where Jen knows OBS.
In a world where Jen knows OBS.
We can do whatever we want. But part of this upcoming show is going to be music
Mhm.
because that is something we both love and people love to listen
Who
to.
doesn't? Yeah.
And we can't do it the way we used to do it on the radio.
And the cool thing is, too, we can do it in any genre we want.
Absolutely.
We don't have to stick to a genre.
And you could just be a comedian as well. Or maybe you just want to send us a funny video that we can laugh at and play
Yeah.
on the air.
Even
It
if you're
doesn't-
not a comedian, you got a funny video, we want to see it.
If you're not talented, we want to see it.
Especially if you're not
If you
talented.
have a embarrassing karaoke footage that you want half the world to view, we're your people.
Also, I'd like to get on something that we were talking about earlier today about secret hidden talents. And you said you don't have any, which I don't believe.
I don't have secrets, no.
Do you have hidden talents? Not that it's being held a secret, but people just don't know. It hasn't flourished yet because not enough people know about it.
I mean, it's not very exciting, but I think maybe one of my hidden talents is writing. But I keep it very under the wraps because once you start letting everybody know everything you can do, all of a sudden you're doing everything for everybody, and I'm not getting paid that much.
When you say writing, do you mean like prose or
Just in general, I'm really,
fiction,
really
nonfiction?
good at snappy headlines and
Snappy
one-liners.
headlines. I like snappy headlines.
Those are my forte,
I like funny snappy headlines the best.
right?
Yeah. Because Becca can move her arms and fingers.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Don't do it.
No.
No.
You don't have to watch Vic.
All right, go ahead.
Oh God, I don't want to see either.
Becca.
Ah!
Okay, stop,
No,
stop.
Done. Please
it over?
never.
I
What a
can't-
talent! Is that a talent? Oh,
It's a talent.
what is the medical condition that leads to?
She actually has the name of a medical condition.
I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
There you go.
There we go.
Sailor's download syndrome. What's it called?
Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I like your version better though because it sounds like I'm a Sailor Scout.
Plus, you can curse.
I had that syndrome
I did
once.
anyways.
West Palm Beach.
My stupid talent. Oh no, it's playing back on the video because we're a little delayed. Is it off the video?
Oh, you had to see it anyway.
The video's delayed from what we're doing. Is it
Sorry,
done?
it's gone.
I'm
It's
sorry.
gone.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
My weird talent, which has made me no money and has gotten me no fame or fortune, if you name a year that the Summer Olympics were held, I can tell you what city it's in. Any Summer Olympics from 1896 to the present.
Wow.
So we'll go through some of that.
Is that something that you mastered? Or?
Well, I some of it is from Olympics I've seen, obviously. Who doesn't love the Olympics? You love the Olympics, right? Dun, 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 dun.
So Vic, so since 1896, so you just missed 1896 and like the second one, and then you've been alive since the rest, right?
Not funny, she said to the old man. If this were a book that you were writing.
Right. You know them all because you've lived through them all.
Not true, ladies. Let's move on. Some of them I lived through, and then there are some things in Olympic history that were very famous, like Jim Thorpe, for example. You ever hear of Jim Thorpe?
Nope.
American Indian, Native American, whatever you call him. Went to Carlisle College in Pennsylvania, and he became the world's greatest athlete at the Olympics in 1912 in Stockholm. And the king of Sweden said to him, the king of Sweden said to him, "I pronounce you the greatest athlete in the world." And Jim Thorpe said, "Thanks, king." 'Cause, just this guy. Other things like Jesse Owens in 1936 in Berlin, who won 4 gold medals right under Hitler's nose. That was kind of cool, right?
Right.
Hitler was there in the stadium, and Jesse Owens ran rings around the Germans and everybody else in the world. So, between that and my interest in the Olympics and stuff I remember, I can tell you any year. You name me a year, I'll tell you the city. That's it.
We will have a weekly Olympic factoid.
Fantastic.
Stuff you never needed to know, but Vic's gonna tell you anyway.
And my wife has a talent because of what she does. she's a nurse, but she also has been a travel agent forever and ever. So if you told her a city, a major city with an airport, she'll tell you the three-letter airport code.
Oh, that's
in
useful.
less than 1 second. I even know a few.
Stuff we know.
Yep, stuff we know.
Cool.
So anyway, Friday, 9 a.m. Central. Be here for Coffee with Vic, with Jen and Becca, and we'll talk about all this stuff and get some thoughts out on what people want to talk about. So let us know. Just go right to the Vic Porcelli page on Facebook. No, this page is called Vic Porcelli, and my old page is called Vic Porcelli. How do they find the different one?
Entertainment.
Vic Porcelli Entertainment page, and leave us a couple of comments on what you want to talk about, what you don't want to hear about. If you never want to see Becca's fingers and arms go in those directions, I don't either. Is that it?
Yeah, we will see you guys bright and early at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Friday.
Friday. Coffee with Vic right here on the Vic Porcelli Entertainment page. Thank you.